Do I look in the camera? Who do I look?
Yeah, look in the camera.
Hello everybody, my name's Jamie Loveday and I go here to church. We do something each month at church, or we have been doing it on Zoom. We transition between Magnify, which is like a worship night, which we replaced as a prayer night during COVID. And then the other month we'll do like a young adults night where we'll just have a particular topic and a guest speaker talking about said topic. We also run community groups, which is kind of young adults focused and centric, which is really cool. We've had a number of them, which has been actually increasing in growth even at the moment, which is really cool. Like we've split off from a Bible study and this Bible study that I'm going to at the moment is really large in number. So that's really exciting to see that kind of growth happen in this time. So it's kind of our way that we, connect with each other and connect with God on a weekly level. We also do the Zinfandorf dinner on Sundays, which is really cool. Gives people a chance to either watch online these sermons or just to spend some time with great people. So the Zinfandorf dinner is awesome too. That's actually how I got connected in the church, and that's how I kind of felt surrounded by family. So it's been myself with James Boyer and Holly Wakeford, and at the moment we've been trying to look to build our team with more young adults too. So it's cool. Yeah, look, I think that we as young adults are becoming more independent, and we're growing in our spheres of influence, whether that be like university or just starting out work or kind of been in work. I think the way that we articulate the gospel and the way that we share the gospel and grow in our knowledge of the gospel is of prime importance, particularly at this stage of life, as we're kind of figuring things out and all that sort of stuff. So I think it's really important in that sense. I think a big one is transitioning out of school and then going into either university or very kind of foreign places, and all of a sudden being overwhelmed by choice. I think that can be quite difficult, as in choice of what to study, choice of what to believe in, choice of what Netflix show to watch. We're just encompassed by choice. So I think perhaps 200 years ago we might have done what our father or mother did as a vocation, but all of a sudden we could do anything we want because we're in a pretty wealthy part of the world. So I think the issues of what to do as a vocation, as a career, the issues of perhaps choosing who perhaps to marry and all those sorts of things, they're huge decisions, and they will affect kind of the rest of our lives. So I think those are the kind of main issues that we face at the moment. I think comparison is given to us on a silver platter at the moment. Is that because we're surrounded by hundreds of thousands of images of what we could be or what our lives could be. I think that does give way to kind of this mass identity crisis scale where we could belong to so many different sub-communities, and we could have so many different we could follow so many different paths because of the empty and like the deep silos of the internet that we could involve ourselves in. I think that gives itself, poses an issue to us as young adults, particularly as to who we should follow and who we should kind of put our trust and allegiance in and to. What's really exciting actually is being in an incredibly diverse group where you have people who we're not surrounded by like one particular interest or like hobby, or kind of that's not what we're surrounding ourselves with. That's not what's at the kind of center of the campfire, I guess. So you have people like who are very different in this one kind of big group, and we all seem to get on, and I think that's a result of Jesus being at the center, and I think it's actually a really good thing to have diversity in background and occupation and all those sorts of things. I think is really exciting actually to be part of. Yeah.
And do you think that diversity, like the members of the group, makes it easier for people to join in? For new people to join in? Yeah,
it becomes much easier because there's no one way to be. There's not you don't have to kind of perform this kind of way to be a part of God's family. It's just it's an emphasis on being who you are, and I think that's what makes it really exciting.
Yeah.
Well, we do run young adults nights a lot, and we love guest speakers. Want to be able to connect more with people from other generations and have that transfer of knowledge imparted to us is an awesome thing. So why don't you talk to me and talk to us about speaking at one of these events or something like that? Or I think we'd love prayer just for God to continue to grow our community the way he has been, even during these times. There's a lot of young adults who are really, they have their beliefs challenged at the moment, and they're worried and they're scared, but perhaps they distract themselves. Prayer that we wouldn't put our time as young adults, not only in the church, but just broadly across Sydney, we wouldn't put our time into those sorts of things. We'd actually put our time into just thinking for ourselves and trying to discover the truth and just discover what Jesus has to say to us at the moment. That would be really great.
Yeah.